Hi, Dad.
Okay.
We're recording this today on Friday, September 24th at 3:42 p.m. This is episode 3, 4? Something like that, where I'm bringing you in. I wanted to talk to you today about e-commerce.
E-commerce business.
So I will say this. I think when I first started working here back in 2012, I was very big on e-commerce. Very big. We kept talking about it for the longest time. You were not a big fan of e-commerce back then.
I'm totally against the e-commerce.
Right.
E-commerce business.
Yeah, you were 100% against it.
Yeah.
And I believe in late 2016, early 17, something like that, we went in on e-commerce. We went in on e-commerce. We had a budget, and we don't have e-commerce anymore. We tried for, I want to say...
I think so. We tried 2 years, and then we get up.
Yeah, so I mean, for us right now, we basically tried until COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
And then once COVID hit, right before COVID hit, we decided to cancel all of our marketing and our advertisement. And once COVID hit, we were 100% out of e-commerce. We canceled all of our Shopify stores. We shut down everything. And ever since then, we're doing something on e-commerce right now, but not what people think nowadays. And so we'll talk about that. But as of right now, too, it's our company as a whole, we don't feel very good about e-commerce. But I will also say this. I want to say, I think at the start of this year, you mentioned maybe starting it up again. You did.
I think it's an e-commerce business for the future. We must do it. But we needed to figure it out how to do the e-commerce business to be profitable.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I disagree with you. So now, you see, now back in 2012, I was pro e-commerce, and you were
100%, against.
Right, but now you are pro e-commerce, and now I'm like no. So I kind of want to just review this with everyone because I think there's a lot of misconceptions about e-commerce in the fashion industry.
Yes.
I think e-commerce is awesome, but not for fashion, not for clothing. So
not only clothing, even shoes, business, anything that has multiple sizes.
So let's talk about that. Yeah. So we'll get into it. So I'm going to go down this list. Okay. So first things first. Back in 2012, I was very excited about e-commerce. The reason why I was very excited about e-commerce back then was because of they caught my research in the beginning, was a store called Nasty Gal. Now, Nasty Gal, it's changed a lot since when I was really excited about it. But you know what? Let me try Googling something else here. So let's try Nasty Gal 2012. Let's see if there's news here. 2012. Yikes. Okay, so when I look up Nasty Gal right now, it's just all bad news. It's all bad news. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to talk about it from my memory. So back in 2012, Nasty Gal was a huge business. And I'll tell you how it started from what I remember.
They started 2012?
No, they started before then.
The way before.
No, but 2012 was when it was like apex. It was so big. Like all my girlfriends, everybody I knew, they loved Nasty Gal. And Nasty Gal first started off as like a company. Like they didn't do their own manufacturing. So this lady, I forgot her name, but she let me see if I can find a Wikipedia page for this. It'd be better than just coming off the top of my head. Nasty Gal Wikipedia. All right, so Nasty Gal, it was founded by Sofia Amoroso.
Year 2006.
2006, okay?
So when you talk about 2012, they've already been in business at least 6 years.
But so what she used to do back in the day, maybe you could see it here. So she used to have almost like a vintage shop model. So she created an e-commerce platform and she would buy clothing and resell it basically. But then what she would do is she would do high fashion items and really loud, like very gimmicky items. And she would buy it from the market and she would resell it for very high margin. Very high markup, and I think she did it out of like somewhere in like Where is it? Oh, San Francisco.
San Francisco. Yeah.
I don't know if that's where she started. Okay, yeah, I guess so. But basically for them is, you see, they grew into a $40 million business in August 2012.
So within 6 years.
No, sorry.
But, she started 2006.
These were investments. Sorry.
They received a $9 million investment
Right.
from the private equity, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
But then for her, what she
Yeah.
started doing was she started opening brick and mortar. She started going into manufacturing, and now, like I said, if you look up Nasty Gal and you go to news, it's just all bad news. It's like explains the demise of the. You know what? I'm gonna go on Google because Google's better for stuff like this. If you look at the news here now, it's just all bad news because I believe that they filed Chapter 11. I think in bankruptcy filing. I believe they filed bankruptcy back in 2017.
2017, before pandemic.
Way
before
before pandemic. Yeah. So, but they were really hot. They filed Chapter 11. Okay. Another company that I want to discuss that was like an e-commerce giant. What is Bonobos?
Bonobos. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Google, look up Bonobos. I think at some point, you were the one who told me about Bonobos.
Bonobos.
I think that was also back in
the reason
2012.
is every time Thanksgiving weekend, Bonobos website is completely shut down. So many people they're visiting, they try to order, they cannot even get into their website.
Right.
So busy.
Yeah, so I remember when he first told me about Bonobos, it was back
because they are menswear.
Yeah,
so,
also 2012 or 13 like that. And for them, back then they were specialized in bottoms.
Bottoms.
Non-denim
with
bottoms.
The bottom.
Yeah, they did nothing but bottoms, and it was like an item-driven business. It was everything that you love about business models. It was a one item-driven business. They did all the bottoms. They did full classification bottoms.
And they
blew it up.
denim.
Yeah,
Yes.
they were doing millions of dollars of volume and everything like that, but they were not profitable. They were never once profitable. They had a bunch of investors. They were not profitable, and ultimately,
how much they actually? Do you know how much he invested money on the advertisement?
I have
no clue.
idea. I have no idea.
But
you know what? I
one
wish.
thing I don't understand, they do over hundreds of $1 million business, but why they are not profitable? There must be a good reason.
Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. So for us right now, with Bonobos is everyone, they got to a point where it's everybody knew who they were, but at the end of the day, back in, I want to say, yes,
10 million.
about a year.
They sold the company for $310 million.
So Walmart came in and bought Bonobos for $310 million. And it's this was back in 2017, I guess.
2017.
Yeah, when Walmart bought it out. And it's kind of this is kind of where my opinion of e-commerce started changing, is because you hear about these e-commerce giants. I mean, the latest one right now is Revolve. Everyone's kind of talking about Revolve right now, and I have no idea where Revolve is right now in terms of this is the latest big e-commerce shop, Revolve. This is where Kerry works, Kevin's brother, Brandon's friend. Yeah, Kerry works at Revolve, and it's as much of a tech company as it is an e-commerce company right now. I don't know if they have any stores. Let me see, Revolve.
They must have a store if they do that kind of volume.
I don't think so.
Everything is online?
I believe so.
How do they get rid of all the leftover product?
Oh, no, it is a... No, it is. No, they do have a store.
Yeah,
they do have stores.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, so they even have outlets and all of this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're also selling to Bloomingdale's. And so they're doing...
so they do wholesale, and they do online business, and then they do retail.
Right, but I mean, right now with Revolve, I think Revolve made a lot of noise, and I'm looking at them very carefully because, back when I was doing a lot of advertisement, all the digital advertisers in the digital world, all the marketing people...
They work there?
No, they all talk about Revolve.
Really?
And I want to talk about Revolve because I'll tell you, what makes Revolve so special is one of the biggest, the reason why everybody loves e-commerce so much. So we'll get into that, okay? So right now at this point, you hear about all these e-commerce stores and everything, while it seems like they're making a lot of money. They can't seem to stay in business. They can't seem to do anything right now.
There's a reason, whenever you talk about e-commerce business back to year 2012, I see, I don't have no idea how they're going to make all the money because of how they're going to return the, returning problem. Because,
so first, okay, before we get into that, let's talk about the good parts about e-commerce.
E-commerce.
Why do people want to do e-commerce? Okay.
It's easy to shop.
Well,
they don't have to go to the store to store.
No. I'm not talking about consumer. Why do business people want to do e-commerce? I'll explain one. So I wrote down the list here for the pros here. Yeah. Okay, I want to get into this right now. Number one, do you remember how I convinced you to do e-commerce?
You tell me again.
Okay, so for us, back when we were talking about e-commerce, it was during the time when we had just sold Backrack.
Yes.
We had just gotten out of Backrack, or we were working on Backrack, but it was not going very well.
Yeah.
But the reason why you wanted to do Backrack, is because as wholesalers, you're always at the mercy of our stores. You get what I mean? Depending on the price point and everything like that. As a B2B company, every B2B company's dream is to do B2C. And so for you, all this time as a manufacturer, you're always looking to open your own retail store.
To sell directly to the consumer.
To the customer, right. So for you, it was always B2C. Yeah. And you tried so many times to go B2C. And Backrack was one of them. You used to have your own retail stores like JCrew, whatever. And I remember you had a bunch of Park 81 stores for some time. You always wanted to do retail stores. And I was the one who told you, e-commerce is the best way to do B2C. That's what I explained to you. Yeah. And the reason for this is because, let's say you want to open a retail store. First off, you have to buy a location. How much is rent? You tell me.
A lot of money for the improvement for the store.
Right. So let's talk about this right now. Back in 2010, right? That's when you bought back. How much did you pay for rent for, let's say, Sherman Oaks? How much was rent there?
I think it depends upon the square foot.
Sure.
But including rent and the common area charges.
Yeah. How much did you pay per month?
We pay between $60 to $100.
What?
Per square foot.
Per square foot, $60 to $100.
60
so
to
how big was the store?
If you would say that if you have 2,000 square foot.
Is there a calculator on this thing? Yeah, let's just do this in front of everyone.
If you have a 2,000 square foot.
Hold on.
Rent.
Wait. So
the space.
Yeah. Wait. So
you will pay up to $200,000 rent.
Okay, so you're talking.
Depends upon the location. Depends upon the mall.
So you said $60, right? Let's do 60 because you said 60 to 100, right? Times how much square foot were you thinking?
Let's say 2,000 square foot.
2,000 square foot. You're basically paying $120,000.
That's a minimum.
Minimum per month for one retail store in a mall.
Per year.
Oh, per year.
Per year.
Okay. Yeah. So that's $120,000 per year.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay. So let's start there. Okay. On top of that.
But again,
you want to remodel, right?
Yeah.
You want to change.
Again, if we had a store.
Yeah.
And I think it's a Somerset in Detroit.
Yeah.
How much you pay the rent?
How much did you pay?
Okay, we get about 4,000 square foot. We paid about $600,000 rent
per month.
Per year.
Per year. So okay.
So how are you gonna make money to pay that kind of rent?
So let's talk about this. Yeah. Okay, so that's rent.
Yeah, rent.
Okay, so right now, let's say like $500,000 in rent, easy, right?
Yeah.
Plus, if you open a new retail store, you got to remodel, right?
Yeah.
You got to remodel.
Yeah, average $300,000 minimum.
Okay, so let's add another $300,000 minimum, right? Okay, so $300,000, right? Plus, you need employees, right?
Employee.
How many employees do you think you're going to need for a place that big? You used to be a buyer, so
average.
Yeah.
We spend about $180,000 employee expenses a year.
So 180, and this
That's
is
including manager and the sales staff.
And this was 10 years ago. Not right now.
Not right now.
Not right now.
It might be cheaper.
Yeah. No, it's more.
It's more?
It's more.
Okay.
Minimum wage right now is like $12, $15.
I know, the more is, the rent might be cheaper.
Right. So basically right now, when it's all said and done, just starting, it's $1 million.
Yeah.
It's $1 million coming in just starting, right? Now, let's talk website.
Website.
Okay, let's say website, right? website. Let's say you have one person taking care of all your like digital content and everything like that. Let's say you invest $150,000 on that person, right? Website design right now, you can make a good website for $10,000, right? Plus, like let's say you want a marketing budget, right? Let's do $10,000 a month from the beginning plus $120,000, right?
$10,000 monthly budget. That's nothing
Well, to start.
to start.
To start. Okay, so $150,000 for the e-commerce operator, social media manager, all that stuff. Okay, so now we're sitting at $280,000. Okay, $280,000 plus. Let's say you want to do you need like content creation. So let's have a budget of content creation for let's say like an additional $250,000 a year, right?
And then plus advertisement.
Well, no, that's the marketing. The $10,000 is that's who we're paying the marketing firm. $10,000 worth of advertising. That's the benchmark for where they say you should start. That's how much we did. That's how much we did.
No, we spent about $300,000 a year.
No, we didn't.
No?
No, we didn't. We spent $10,000 a month.
$10,000?
$10,000 a month. They took 20% commission.
Yeah.
They took 20% commission, so we
Then we spent $80,000.
No, $8,000.
$8,000
a month.
per month.
Well, that was $8,000 in advertising,
Yeah.
but we spent $10,000 a month in advertisement. Okay, so all that included right now. Okay, well, it was around like $500,000,
Okay.
$600,000. So basically, my whole argument was, e-commerce is cheaper. If you want to do B2C, if you want to open up a channel for B2C, e-commerce is cheaper. It's almost half the price. So that's kind of what I mean by lowish overhead. Okay, like to start up an operations, it's not that much expense. It's not that much. It's not a huge commitment. Okay, that's why I think e-commerce is great for startup companies. Like let's say you're a graphic designer.
Yeah.
Let's say you're a graphic designer who makes really, really good graphics, and you want to start off on your own to create your own business. And so what you do is you're going to go to one of these like factories in like the fashion district of San Pedro. You're going to buy a bunch of blank T-shirts. You're going to print your graphic on it at some kind of print house over here for a little bit right now. So you're making something for maybe like let's say like $8 and you're selling it for $29.99. And you want to run that kind of small business. E-commerce is great.
Yeah, great.
I think that's a really safe way to start up, and so it's good for people like that. Okay. Third point that I really like about e-commerce is, for e-commerce, you get data analytics. Whenever somebody buys on the website, what you do is you get their email address. And when you get their email address, and you could use their email address, so you could figure out their social media. There are companies, or there are data companies right now who analyze email addresses. So basically, they could tell you exactly what the age of your consumer, the average age of consumer is, where they live. All the general information of people. You could get clean, clear data or as clean as possible data about who your customer is. It's very, very good. I mean, for retail stores, it's always a hit or miss.
Yeah.
You know, it's always, like you don't know if it's true or not. You know, like people, like there was this crazy thing because like,
I think it's a retail business, it depends upon the, traffic.
Right.
So when, if there is a lot of people, they come to the mall,
right.
They come to your store, you'll do business.
Right.
And then after that, it's a follow-up business.
Right.
But it's a very difficult.
Yeah. So and plus like analyzing people, it's like, I think that's great. That's the great thing about computers and technology for a business is like you get all their information, which is really good.
I think, the e-commerce business, you can go after the business.
Yeah.
But regular retail, you're just waiting for the people to come to your store.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes you set up the appointment with the people. If they show up a little bit late, you get pissed off and you're getting nervous.
Yeah.
But right now, you just wait for the customer to come without any appointment.
Yeah.
That's a really bad at the retail store,
Yeah, and then and so like for businesses right now, e-commerce isn't all bad. There's a reason why so many people are starting e-commerce because there's a lot of things to talk about, and when you think about it, you get really excited because it's like it makes sense. You could see something working there, okay? And not only that, for consumers, e-commerce is the best.
Yeah,
easy. We could talk about mom. If she needs anything, even for me, I work long hours here, and I don't have time for anything. And so like for me, it's easy. Whenever I need something, you just hop online.
That's what I'm saying.
I need new shoes. I go to I just go to their website.
Your mom buys everything
Right.
out of e-commerce.
Because it's so easy.
She doesn't go shopping.
Right.
She buys everything
Right.
e-commerce.
Right.
And
So-
then she returns 50%.
Right. Well, we could talk about that. But then so for me right now, it's like when you really look at e-commerce from the outside, it just seems like such an easy
Yeah.
business. All you need to do is be organized and and the consumers so I mean, how easy is it? You make a bunch of cool content, you make a cool video of like people wearing your clothes, you set up photos and you have these giant photo shoots, you put it all online on your e-commerce page and then you advertise it. And then people will see it, and if they like it, they'll come in and they'll buy it. Seems like a very easy business model, and people always fall into this trap, because overall, like in theory, e-commerce should work, but it doesn't.
Only fashion industry.
Well, let's talk about why it doesn't,
Yeah.
okay? First things first, I want to talk about how it's not scalable. Like, how we were talking about the graphic designer. Let's say you're a graphic designer and you start this graphic tee business. And let's say you do really well. Let's say all of a sudden, you're not just shipping 10 pieces a day anymore.
Yeah.
Let's say you're shipping 100 pieces. Let's say you're shipping 1,000 pieces a day, Like the problem with e-commerce is going B2C is your business might scale, but your expenses per user stays exactly the same. Like this is the problem that I found out when we started our e-commerce. Right now, like everybody knows, like right now, we're doing a wholesale business. Or anybody who follows this channel, listens to us, they know what kind of business we do. We do big volume business here. For me, the worst thing in the world was we set up this beautiful e-commerce site. We have hundreds of products that we already did production for. We have it in our warehouse. We have all the latest styles, right? Even when business is going good, it's going bad. Because if business is going good, we have 100 individual orders.
Yeah.
One person wants a size small, one person wants a size large, one person wants a size medium, one person wants an extra large. And we have poor Ricardo in the back, going from each box to box, looking at the sheet, pulling one, putting it in a separate box, a box that we paid for, putting it in a box, closing it up, and then putting it to side. We get 100 of these orders, and each one of these hundreds of orders, it costs somewhere between $12 to $15 to ship.
Yes.
Or what you could do is you could have him drive over to a post office, and pay $9 to ship it. You get what I mean? So for me, this is the problem. One problem that we did not foresee when we started e-commerce. What we didn't see is the
A
fact
lot of hidden expenses you call. Yeah.
it's just not only is it hidden,
Yeah.
we can't scale it. Because for me, like the bottom line is this, is like no matter how big you get, like for wholesale, if our business is doing good, they go from buying 100 pieces to 600 pieces to 1,200 pieces to 2,400 pieces. And then all you do is put the box on a pallet and we ship it, right? This one, we go from 100 pieces to 200 pieces. It's basically 200 times the work. You get what I mean?
You have to pick
each individual piece. And so the expenses, once you start doing major business, the expenses just start getting enormous. Enormous, okay? And like that's just the shipping part, okay? Now let's talk about mom.
Yeah.
She loves shopping online, right?
Yeah.
What does she do with all of that? What did you say earlier?
So what I'm saying is, she buys and then she try it on, doesn't fit, she'll return it.
She returns it.
Yeah, and then the other one is she buys online, the fabric is not good, she'll return it. I mean, like fashion stuff. One big example. She ordered some, I think it's blouses out of China, and then doesn't fit her. The fabric is terrible. She want to return it. The Chinese people, return cost is more money. You just keep it.
So
that's a reality.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Is we're talking right now about $9 to like return or like to ship it, right?
Yeah.
Basically, if they decide to return it, you have to take it and you have to pay for their shipping too.
Yes.
And here's the thing, it's like when you look here right now, look at this. This is a website for Shopify and this is their data.
Wow, 50% return?
50% return rate.
When we had our own online business,
it was like 30%.
No, we 28 to 30% return.
30% return.
But we're not making 30% markup.
Right. So this is the thing. Is like right now, like all of this stuff, like the return rate.
50% return.
You know what website this is? This is Shopify. You don't know who Shopify is, right? Shopify right now is the number one e-commerce platform right now for fashion.
Yeah.
Maybe for everything else too, but Shopify right now, if you're a small business in an e-commerce, like opening an e-commerce website, you're doing Shopify. Shopify is the best one because Shopify has the best link between like social media and like promotions and stuff like that. Shopify does it the best. But right now in Shopify, they're saying based on their data, there's almost up to 50% returns. 50% returns. So here's the thing. The problem right now is this: is like when you hear all of this stuff, and so okay, there's returns. That's number one. Number two,
broken sizes.
Yes. Let's talk about broken sizes. So typically, just so the consumer doesn't know, is this like for us, we run a very simple business.
Yeah.
We have small, medium, large, XL.
extra large.
We have 4 sizes.
Yeah.
Okay. Women's, they have 12 sizes. You know, a typical men's brand, they have 11 sizes.
11 sizes.
Extra small, medium, large, extra large, XXL, triple XL, and then they have tall, large, like tall 2XL, tall 3XL, and they have a 4XL. That's 11 sizes. Yeah. Like a typical, like I'm talking like, let's say like,
so you don't even know your consumer, so you have to carry all the sizes.
So when you buy one style for production, you're actually buying, you're not buying 11. You're buying close to 20. 20 because like you can't buy them all the same ratio. So let's say you'll buy 1 extra small, 1 small, 3 mediums, 3 larges, 2 extra larges, and so you have this size pre-pack, and so it might be 11 sizes, but per order right now, you're buying 24 individual garments.
So what I'm saying is this, one guy, okay, they just buy all the large sizes, and then you already have a broken pack.
Right.
You don't have no large sizes.
Yeah, so that's the thing. And so like what happens is like, I think like if you have awesome analytics and you're doing everything like great and you have awesome tracking and everything, you're still gonna be stuck with like 30% of whatever you cut. You're gonna have 30% of whatever you cut of just broken sizes. Like people, like just leftover sizes that no one's gonna buy.
So if you carry like 1,000 different items,
let's do this.
And then you get stuck with so much stuck inventory. And the biggest problem is we're gonna get rid of all these things.
So Dan, like I'm gonna actually pull up a website right now.
Yeah.
They're doing only e-commerce.
E-commerce?
Oh no, yeah. It's called Bad Birdie Golf. This is the one I was showing you guys about the classification. I want to do this polo, right? Let me show you this. Very clean business. This is all polyamide polos. Okay, one body, one fabrication, all prints, right? Let me show you this right now. So if you go here. Oh no, sorry. I want to go to the markdowns.
Markdown.
Yeah, I want to go to the markdowns because I want to show you this. Do they have markdowns? Let's see. Oh, last chance.
That's the chance.
So if you go to like sales, right? Look at this. No 3XLs left. And like all you see are broken sizes. Look, they have 1 size left.
1 size. Oh, yeah, they are doing pretty good as well.
Yeah. 2 sizes left.
2 sizes left. But it's not bad. They're marked down.
Right. Yeah. But this is what I'm saying.
I think the best. What they do is they are selling very expensive. I bet you first price quotation they are making a lot of markup.
So this is the thing. Is this, and that's the point I want to make. Is this? We're listing all these problems.
Yeah.
The smart people. They look at all these problems. They know that these problems happen. Okay. When you have all these problems, then what happen? What's going to happen is. Then what happened? You're gonna get a garment that's actually maybe $15.
And then you're gonna get 50% return. So you're gonna charge it 50% extra.
Exactly. And so they're
plus, so you're gonna get stuck with the inventory.
Right.
Additional 30%. So you're gonna add that one.
Right. And so on top of that, so you have a lot, and not only that, shipping. Shipping for e-commerce. Usually you see $5.99, right?
Yeah.
Post office is $9. Post office is $9. So automatically, if you want to get shitty shipping, like shit shipping, as in like we're going to ship it to you and you're going to get it like a week later, 10 days later.
So it's the same product. If you go to a store, you sell it for, let's say $10. E-commerce, like they have to charge you $40 minimum.
$40 if you don't do any marketing. if you don't do any photo shoots. You know, if your website looks like a template, yeah, then $40.
That's the reason
But-
all the fashion
yeah,
industry,
yeah.
when you look at it, their prices are very expensive.
Right. But because,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. You get what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's $40 if you don't do any marketing, if you don't do any branding, if you don't create any content, if you just have a blank website. Okay, then you could charge $40. But you know what? If you want to spend $200,000 on content, if you want to hire the good models, you know, if you want to have someone managing your Facebook page, your Instagram page, all this stuff, then that $40 becomes $60. Then it becomes $70.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like, the costs just keep going up.
Yeah.
And so for me, at the end of the day, it's this. It's like all of these hidden fees,
Yeah.
it's either the company goes out of business or the consumer ends up
Yes,
overpaying.
yeah.
They end up overpaying, you know? And
So if you charge a regular price, definitely you're going out of business.
oh yeah.
That's the reason
Oh,
they cannot
yeah.
survive.
Yeah, no
So-
way, no way.
But if you charge a higher price,
Yeah.
you're not going to do enough volume.
So
So you're going to get stuck with so much inventory.
yeah, so basically, literally what happens is right now, like, you know, I've been in conversations with like digital marketing
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
I've been in it. And so they're basically telling us right now, it's like, oh, so basically for every single thing that you see, like you're making like $10.
Yeah.
Like, so for every $10,000 you spend, you're making $10.
Yeah.
So if you spend $1 million, you're gonna make $100,000, $10. You know, this is conversation that I'm having with digital marketing people. I'm all like, what kind of business fundamentals is this? You know, like that, and like I've had so many of those conversations. They were trying to convince me that this is a good model.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And like it's ridiculous. But then the problem is right now, it's like you were saying, it's like you start an e-commerce business and whatever's left over, you dump it to like the value chain.
Yeah.
They don't want broken packs. You get what I mean? Like they don't want
right now,
broken.
typically
Yeah.
they wouldn't care. They just took everything before.
Yeah. But then, like right now, like because of people like us,
Yeah.
you know, because we're here selling them full packs.
Yeah.
You know, like this is the issue right now
Yes.
with like e-commerce. Like e-commerce, it's a very messy business, and like honestly, for me, it's like
Only it's good for the consumer.
it's only good, but not really. Because the smart e-commerce business, you're gonna pay 3 times more on e-commerce than you do probably in a store.
Yeah.
You know, like, and this is kind of like what I'm kind of talking about right now, where it's like, yeah, e-commerce sounds good. It seems really easy, but then
No,
these hidden fees.
That's
end up
what I
killing
say
you.
before that. Only for the people to be successful in the fashion industry, you have to say, unless you have a one size fit all.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
unless you sell the scarf,
Yeah.
unless you sell only tie, doesn't
Yeah.
have no sizes, and then you just sell it until you sell out.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about
Right. Yeah.
production
Yeah.
and broken sizes,
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. Or you work with an investor.
Yeah,
You have somebody who's worth to invest
Yes.
millions of dollars, and so for the first couple years, you just continue to sell just so people could have your product,
Yeah.
and you have them come in and buy more,
Yeah.
and you hope that your product is good enough that people eventually want to come in and buy more of it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Because like it's because when you really look at it, like I did the data, like for us, for when we first started our e-commerce site, the first week, the marketing people that we partnered with, they were so excited. You want to know why?
Our price is cheap.
We had 12 orders in the first week. They were so excited. First week, you have 12 orders. That is unbelievable. They were shocked. We had 12 orders in the first week. 12 orders. They're like, oh my God, this is amazing. We've never seen business move like this before for fashion. They told us this. No, that's what they were saying. And
So what is the
and
volume?
they were saying the price for acquisition is $30. So we spent $30 to get one customer. And they were so excited because in all their years working in the marketing industry,
Yeah.
working in fashion, they've never seen volume move like that.
Yeah.
But that was because of our price.
Yeah.
You know, but then we didn't calculate all this stuff. And so we just stupidly gave them like a real price. And so inherently the business model, very, very difficult. I think it's very, very difficult. And so that's kind of like, you kind of touched on this earlier. I think e-commerce is good, but it's good if you're working within a system where you have just one item, like let's say iPhone.
And also
Computer.
the other, daily consume product.
Right, daily consumer goods,
Yeah.
toilet paper,
Toilet
you know, like
vitamins.
Yeah, vitamins.
Yesterday,
It comes-
matter of fact, I ordered milk tester
Yeah.
from the Amazon
Yeah.
for myself.
Yeah.
That kind of vitamins
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah. So yeah, like because for me right now it's like I'm thinking about. You know what the worst part is? I ordered denim yesterday. I ordered for Levi's. And you want to know something?
But if you know exactly what you want,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's good for the
But
consumer.
you know what I did? I bought broken sizes. I got their discounted broken sizes.
That's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
like it's yeah.
E-commerce is really good for the consumer,
Right.
but not business
Yeah,
person.
right. It's a really tough thing to do. But like I want to touch briefly on Amazon real quick. I want to touch briefly on Amazon, and then I want to go on to basically what we're doing right now digitally. Okay, so with Amazon, I kind of want to talk about Amazon because Amazon right now is the #1 with e-commerce. I know people doing business on Amazon who's really doing business.
Doing business.
Yeah, not clothing though.
Not clothing.
Right.
Not the fashion industry.
Yeah, because I think Amazon's really interesting because like you said, they always take commission.
Yeah.
They always take commission and we fulfill it.
Yeah.
But there's another option in Amazon that they have, which is basically you could hold it in their warehouse and they charge you rent. Whenever you hold it in their warehouse. You know, and it's actually like a cleaner fulfillment service too, and it's like, and that's how you get the Amazon like 2-day, 3-day delivery is if they're holding it in their warehouse. I think that's an interesting model, not for clothing though.
Yeah.
Clothing is the kiss of death because you're always gonna have broken sizes. So it's like they're always gonna be holding something. So I mean, they're like Amazon just screwing everybody in the clothing industry who's holding it in stock in their warehouse, and they're all gonna figure that out. But like, I think something like water bottles, something like that. I think for something like very, very specific like that, I think Amazon is great.
You know, we order daily basis.
Yeah.
Everything we order something.
Yeah, right.
Every day.
Yeah.
Today I order vitamin. Tomorrow I order something else.
Yeah.
The day after tomorrow we buy something else.
Yeah.
Always through the Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like it's like I don't know. We'll see like you don't see a lot of fashion on Amazon. You know, like
Not really.
let me see this. You know what? I'm gonna look up. I bought shoes from them. Let's look up denim.
Wrangler.
So they have a Wrangler shop, but let me.
Okay, so if you buy, I think they connect you to their website.
Well, let's see. Hold on. I will show you.
Wrangler website.
Well, no, I'm gonna add to cart. Oh wait, I have to pick regular, medium, size. Wow, you see all broken
look at the sizes.
Broken sizes.
Oh,
Broken sizes. Well, that's why it's only $26. You know. Oh, this was out of stock.
out of stuff. So many sizes.
6 times large.
Oh, it's also unavailable. So you see, they're out of stock. Overalls. Let's do overalls. Let's see this. I'm not gonna buy it. I just want to show you something.
Well, look at the sizes of how many sizes they carry.
Yeah, so-
but again, I don't think so Amazon carrying stuff. They connect it with
Well, let's see.
their website.
I'll show you.
Yeah.
So right now is this Monday, September 27th. This is in their warehouse.
Okay. So
This is in the warehouse because you could go like you know if it's in the warehouse if they give you a really close by date. You get what I'm saying? You see free pickup at Amazon USC Village.
I see that.
You get what I mean? So
they have in stock.
so right now,
So they pay the rent,
right, but it's also $39.99.
$39.99.
Yeah. So, like I said, so I mean, like I feel like with Amazon, a lot of really smart companies, when you look at the big brands, they don't really carry an Amazon. Well, I mean, I guess Dickies does. I don't know why Dickies does. That makes no sense to me. But like, yeah, for me right now, it's like I think with Amazon, I feel like if I were to start maybe like an accessories company or like an appliance company or
That's
like
what I'm saying.
iPhone cases,
Yeah.
like water bottle, something like that,
Yes.
manufacturing something like that. I would try Amazon, but with fashion, I still wouldn't, okay? But now, I want to talk about alternatives right now of what I think would work for the fashion industry. So right now, like I feel like with e-commerce, I do think e-commerce could work somehow for specialty store business.
You mean the B2B?
Some B2B, but also specialty stores like like if you have an e-commerce shop, but you don't do manufacturing.
E-commerce shop,
But
you
you
the manufacturer.
no manufacturing. So you buy from other people and resell. You get- yeah.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
So whenever you get the order, you buy and then ship to them?
No. Or you just buy like maybe like pieces of 6, like specialty store business. You know, you buy like 6 to 12 pieces each of each style, hold it, and then sell it on your e-commerce page, and then go and buy more later on. You see, so like there's so right now for us, instead of doing e-commerce, we're doing Fashion Go. So those of you who don't know Fashion Go is basically it's almost like the California Mart. It's a marketplace online where
Retail platform.
right, or it's like a business platform where buyers could come and buy clothes. So for like let's say you look at the men's category right now, there's a lot of brands right now like these guys who are selling on e-commerce. So you know
to the retailer.
right.
Yeah.
So as you can see right here, this is BJD. You know, so let's sign in. So. Like basically what we do is, hold on. I want to show them our homepage because we can't look at anyone else's. So if you look, so this is basically like our platform. And so when you come in here, you could buy all of this stuff. And then, you know, when you click it, you could basically select the amount that you want. And so you buy it for your own like
retail store.
Yeah, for your own retail store. So like, I feel like right now for e-commerce, for fashion, I think the whole specialty store business, like the people who used to go to Project, you know, like small town, like Jobbers and everything like that, I think this is the future of e-commerce. I think, you know, like besides like the big boys like Nike or like Walmart or, like the big guys who do their own manufacturing and do B2C, I think going forward, you're not going to see any of that anymore. You're not going to see any new lines or new brands that come out that do direct B2C. I just don't think that business exists. I think going forward, if you work in the fashion industry, you're going to be one of two people. You're either going to be a manufacturer, so you make brands, you make product, or you're going to be a distributor, like Ross, or like TJ Maxx, or like Burlington, or you're going to open up your own specialty store and you're going to be a buyer. I think right now, owning a retail store plus doing your manufacturing, it's not going to happen. I just don't think so. I think that business model is dead. I think that's going to go away completely. So yeah, I mean, what do you think?
If you have a right infrastructure, manufacturer being also as a retailer.
So how do you do that? How do you do it? You know, right now, if we're going to do manufacturing, if you want to bring something in, you need to buy minimum 600 pieces. Minimum. How many stores do you need to move 600 pieces?
Well, you know, for you to be run properly, minimum 100 store.
Yeah, you need 100.
Well, 6 pieces. Yeah, a lot of store.
Yeah, that's a lot of stores. And so, like, let's say you just move like, let's say right now, like, per store, how much volume do you need to be doing?
Anyway, retail business is not going to happen anymore.
Right.
Because everybody, they buy online.
Right, so this
Whether they make, regular consumer, I'm talking about the consumer. Consumer, they love to buy online.
Yes. So,
and then they want to be able to return to the store.
So I got to ask then, how can you be a manufacturer and do B2C? This is just, I just don't think it works. I just don't think so. Like, I mean, unless, like I said, you're Nike, you know, unless you're like a big name like that, like, I don't see, like, I don't, like business-wise, I don't see how, let's say you're a new brand. I'm not talking like an old brand. Like if you've been around for 50 years, okay, maybe, you know, but like.
What I'm saying is if you have your own retail store, for example, you know, JCrew, they do their own manufacturing, they have a retail store, they do online business.
Okay, 2 things. 1, JCrew was around for a very long time.
I know.
And right now, they're in trouble.
I do understand.
They're in trouble.
What I'm saying is that why
they already filed Chapter 11, you know?
Right now it's tough, but you know, a lot of people, that's the only way. Yeah, because you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think it's.
They filed Chapter 11.
Yeah, that's exactly. You know why? If they do online, they still the consumer from their own retail store.
Yeah.
That's exactly happened to the Forever 21.
Right. No, but I mean, on top of that,
Forever 21, they were shipping $2 million per day. That's what I heard. $1 million, $2 million.
Yeah, but my thing is right now too is this, like let's say you are JCrew.
Yeah.
I don't think they're making good margins. They're not making good profit.
Same.
No,
Yeah.
because-
they trade dollar.
But no, but not only do they not trade dollars, they still do the catalog business.
Yeah.
They still have a whole creative team making digital content for
Yeah.
them. They need to be at that price point, and plus they have all the retail stores that they need to
They're
support.
creating a double the expenses.
You were talking about right
I
now.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Per
creating
retail store's $1 million a
online
year.
division
Yeah.
expenses. Their retail division expenses. If they, a consumer they buy from the online, their customer they don't go to store. So I think they're trading a dollar.
Right.
But their expenses become a double.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
You know-
It's not a good matter.
No, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
I just don't think it could work. Like
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, and like
They're creating a double the expenses.
right, and you want to know something
Yeah,
crazy?
yeah.
This is like I think it was Nike.
Yeah.
Nike said that they're no longer going to sell wholesale. They're doing everything B2C right now.
Yeah.
I want to see Nike. I want to see how they do, because it's like, I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, Nike's a big name, so maybe they can do it. Maybe they can, but like right now, it's
They're
like
taking all the risk.
it's tough.
Yeah, tough.
It's tough, especially with like all the marketing and everything. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Maybe they're not gonna do as much production anymore. Maybe they have a new idea, because like selling B2C they're more
Well,
profitable.
one
but-
thing for sure
yeah.
is online is the future, but someone has to figure it out. How can we sell the fashion online to be profitable? But I couldn't figure it out.
So for me right now, like this is what I'm saying. I think online is the future, but online is going to be a part of the business infrastructure. Like, because like if you're doing manufacturing, all your expenses are going to be in manufacturing, and what you're going to do is you're going to start selling to buyers online.
Oh, okay.
You get what I mean? You're going to sell
just like in a fashion
right,
world.
and those buyers are not going to have retail spaces. They're going to have their own e-commerce page, like Nasty Gal. Nasty Gal. You know why they died? They did manufacturing, but before Nasty Gal, they used to just buy. You get what I mean? I think that's the future of the fashion business, because then the people who own the e-commerce shop, they have no manufacturing expense.
Yeah.
They buy smart, they sell it off. They buy smart, they sell it off. You get what I mean? And then for us,
But that's
we don't have to worry about broken.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's only small business.
Sure, but if there's
Yeah.
thousands of those,
Yeah.
then everybody gets what they want.
If your online become a bigger,
yeah,
you start losing your money.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can never get too big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like once you start playing this
So
manufacturing
like
game,
instead of, it's like your job,
Yeah.
You get a job, good job, you might make about between $80,000 to $100,000. But if you do your online business, you're at home, you can make the same amount of money.
yeah. No,
That's
you.
it.
I think it'd be tough to make on $80,000 to $100,000.
No, what I'm saying, if you work so hard, but instead of work for someone else, you work for yourself.
Yeah, right.
Those one is the one but you never be able to grow. If you grow,
Yeah.
you start losing your money.
Right. Yeah, because for me right now is all of a sudden, let's say you're a very good buyer and you have your own shop.
Yeah.
You like if you start manufacturing, you go from buying maybe 120 pieces per style.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now you're committing 600 pieces per style. Not only are you committing 600 pieces, you're committing 74,000 pieces of knits and 600 pieces. You get what I mean?
You start to losing your money.
That scale is
because of-
tremendous.
Yeah.
It's so
So
big.
you cannot cover your expenses.
Right, exactly. And so for us,
You gotta have a right,
Right.
you are adding a more, infrastructure.
Right, right.
And that anything you're adding, creating more expenses.
right. Yeah. So I think right now it's like this. If you're in e-commerce, you better not be manufacturing. Because if you're in manufacturing and you're doing e-commerce, I think you're screwed. So like, yeah. Anyways, I think this was a good talk. Do you have anything else to add?
That's it.
That's good? All right, great. Next time I come with an idea, I'll call you in again, okay? Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Bye.